Oh, starting to look familiar under here. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so if you saw my post, you kind of know what I'm going to be doing today. We did this guy last time. I'll be honest, I didn't notice as big of a difference. Maybe placebo, maybe a little bit, but this one definitely noticed a big difference, especially with these guys back here. But today's quick install, knock on wood, nothing goes wrong. It's going to be this little brace right here that actually bolts to this subframe that bolts the steering rack. Now I am running the 15 plus STI. When this thing was leaking a couple of years ago, I just replaced it with a newer one. The price at the time, I haven't priced them lately, was the same. So I figured why not do the upgrade? Got the car aligned. It's been working fantastic ever since. At that time, we also did the, I wonder if the camera will catch it. Please hold. Oh, beautiful shot. There it is, power steering cooler. So haven't had an issue since with that, but to try to maybe fix the dead feeling of the Subaru, I think these braces have helped tremendously. Coilovers will also help amazing. That'll be on my somewhat next mod list. But I figured for like, I think it was like 60, 70 bucks, I'm gonna replace this little bracket. I have read online that certain people were able to get away with just kind of wiggling it out of the way with this guy on. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off because there's a bunch of lines that run through there too. I'm wondering if I could either slip it, where's my finger, up that way or down this way, out of the way. I'm assuming maybe, or that sideways, I don't know. Let's get this guy off. Again, a couple of 14 millimeters. So, someone's either breaking into my house or it's windy outside. Let's go with wind. And we'll get this brace off real quick. I think this is a couple of, should be more 14 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, for the little brace. And we'll see if we can wiggle it out of the way. So let's get this thing off. Alrighty, so the brace is off. And we have more room for the bracket. And again, I'll be honest. Well, let's get it on the bench first and then we'll talk. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, there's still 14 millimeters. If you're gonna redo the rack in any way, shape, or form, again, for what this thing costs, just do it. I wish I did. However, I was pretty broke at the time, so, which I don't know why I have a Subaru, but whatever. But anyways, 14 millimeters. 1, 2. Oh, these are longer. Note that. These two are short. These two should be long. I'll double check, but again, long. It's already wanting to come off. That's a good thing. Come on, baby. Long. But 4, if you're wondering, the two longs, same size. And again, they go here. Pretty obvious, it's the thick part of the steering rack. 2 shorts go here. So just notate that. Here it is. Can we just, I don't want to bend any lines, so I'm just gonna kind of maybe wiggle it this way. Ta-da! What does that say? There's something written in Sharpie in here. Rotosa? I hope it's not Rotella, the oil. Here's the bracket. And for the record, when I did have the steering, when I replaced the steering rack, I did do the, I believe these are white line bushings. So at least those were upgraded. Again, if you're doing the brace, you might as well do that too. I want to say you can do it from underneath the car. Again, I did the bushings when I had it all apart. Don't quote me on that. Double check that. But again, those at least have been upgraded to polyurethane. The rack itself is a Showa. I don't know if anyone from the dirt bike world recognizes that. They make good suspension components, hydraulics, so that makes sense. And also this part over here, I wonder if the camera's picking it up that far. Yes, it is. This bushing kind of hugs the rack. That's also white line. This bracket, I guess, is not worth upgrading, maybe. I don't know, but allegedly this one is. And I guess that kind of makes sense. That's where the steering column goes in, right? Maybe there's a lot of torque moving it back and forth. But again, here's the bracket. Let's get it on the bench. And I do want to measure the thickness of the two. So let's go compare them real quick. Here we are. Factory, obviously. Cusco piece. Comes with new hardware. Also, they switched to Allen versus the 14 mil, so whatever. I did take a picture of it already, but let's just do it for the camera. First, let's do the factory. 3.3, 3.2, 3.3. Hope the camera's catching this. 3.3. Right around 3.3. I'm like trying to bend it. It feels okay. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, do you really think this thing's flexing? I don't know, right? You like my hands? Just hands. I should really go talk to my therapist soon. 3.3. Is that where we're at? 3.3 roughly. This one. Cusco. Again, just right off the bat. A lot beefier. That finish is incredible too. I also like, I don't know why the black circles, I'm like, what's that about? If you use your brain, Ozzy. How cool is that? Pretty neat. All right, 3.3 factory. Cusco piece comes in at 4, 4.8, 4.6, 4.8. Hold on, is this 0? Okay, yeah. That'd be fun if I just didn't zero it out the whole time. I'm just giving you guys wrong numbers. 4.6. I mean, we got a solid millimeter extra. Also, I guess depends on what they're made out of. This feels definitely sturdier. 4.5, 4.6. I mean, it's got a solid millimeter. What would that be? 1.3? 3.3, 4.6, mil 3, 1.3. Not bad. So certainly thicker. Again, we have new hardware. And again, the whole thought here is to essentially keep the rack from deflecting, moving, whatever you want to call it. Under load, I'm not an engineer, clearly. Oh, you know, remember I said there was something written on here? When I did the rack, bottom. Smart thinking, Ozzy. Bottom. Aggressive top. Oh, look at that top. Bottom, top. Which one are you? I'm personally a top. Besides the point. Okay, so bottom, this is bottom. Makes sense why this is bottom because of the washers, right? Also, use your brain. Ta-da! All right, so there's the two compared. A little different. What do you guys think? Will it help? I need to just do like some proper coilovers and stop messing with these small mods, but honestly, not mad about it. Plus, it's fun to make the videos, I know. I like talking to myself in the garage all the time, so whatever. Cool. Let's get back under the car. Hopefully we can wiggle this guy back in there as well, like this one came out. torque everything down. I might do an oil change while I'm at it because why not? And the car's already ready to go. Oh, want to see something cool? Sorry, just besides the point. What you guys know about this? Where is it? Made in Japan, and it's not the blue ones. There it is. The Roki filters. Yeah, with the best stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's get back under the car. Alrighty. That shit really got a lift, yo. Let's get the hardware over here. Couple of dead bugs on the ground. Did I tell you guys about the time I ate a fly? This was actually not that long ago. Kind of went in my mouth. I panicked. I might have swallowed at some point because that's what I do when I panic. And it didn't come back out. This was like a couple weeks ago, so I think I'm fine. Okay, bottom. Which way was it? Like this? I already forgot. Yeah, that's right, because here's the hole, here's a hole, 4 holes. That makes sense. Cool. All right, I think we're good. Just slide it back on. There's nothing really too much to it. This one is thicker, so that's, oh boy. These lines have a little more wiggle room. Maybe not enough. That's how the old one came out. And I don't want to pry on these too much, because if those start leaking, I'm going to be very upset, and that's a whole nother problem. That's a long video. Where's the hold up here? Right there. Oh, there we go. Bam. Again, just be careful. Does everything line up? Yes, it does. Ta-da. Again, some people have said maybe with the factory piece, but with this Cusco one, I don't know how you're gonna get that off and the new one back on, but again, it's not a big deal. Just take it off. Or if it works for you, doing it with it on, whatever floats your boat. But that's what I'm doing. Cool. Again, don't forget the washer. I'm trying to have everything kind of finger tight for now. Also, I know I say it in my videos, don't use this for tightening, at least not in the beginning. You know what I do? I call this guy Big Daddy Torque. Loosen. Oh, also make sure you're in the right setting, because I've done that plenty of times. Okay, loosen with this guy, and then you can hit it with this and make it a little faster. But again, call me crazy. I've stripped so many things in my life that that's just kind of what works for me. So yes, it takes me longer, but I'm also not a mechanic. I'm just some dude in a garage talking to himself in a video camera, you know? Okay, and again, the 2 long ones are gonna be the ones closest to, let me think here, the driver's side. That's passenger, that's driver. But again, it's gonna be whatever because of the rack itself, right? So it makes sense why they need to be longer. Does that make sense? Do you guys talk to yourselves when you're doing this stuff, or is it just me? So loose. Don't forget to get a retune after this. I'm joking for the one guy that actually goes and does it. Guy on YouTube said you need a tune for the power brace. This one's a little hard. It's not cross-threading, but being a little difficult. This one not bad, that one not bad. Ugh. But kind of nice little pop. Looks alone, I guess. I know I've heard mixed reviews about the going from, just like the hex, or I'm sorry, going from the 14 millimeter to this, to the X. I kind of like it. I don't mind it. If you have the tools, it's fine. Also, it's kind of cool that you can, in theory, also like kind of makes more clearance if you need to work on stuff, right? Because you don't need like as much material. I don't know. It makes sense to me. I don't mind it. But I see why the internet is a little upset, I guess, about it. But again, in theory, it's so it doesn't move whatsoever. I think it looks pretty good. Again, we already have those already done. This one too. This guy, the guy goes on top of this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it helps somewhat. I mean, here's the thing. It can't hurt. You can't make things worse. Unless you destroy something, I guess. Strip something out. So there it is. Not too shabby. All right, I like that. We'll leave that there. That'll pretty much do it. Just put the brace back on. Again, you got all the 14 millimeters. And that will do it. I'm gonna go drive it. I'm not gonna get any footage because then I gotta go set up the camera and stuff inside the car. Which Saturday, 7 o'clock. I also gotta do other stuff around the house, which stinks. But what I'll do is, if you guys have questions, put it in the comments. I'm usually good at replying to those. And I'll do like I'll comment an update. See if it helped at all, because I don't even know if I'm gonna drive the car tonight, to be honest. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Just, again, put everything back in order. But yeah, let's see. Oh my gosh, where are we at here? Give you guys a quick peek here. There's that guy, this guy. Let's put that guy back on. Can you guys see some stuff in the back too? It's kind of cool, right? I don't know. Bracing, it's one of those things where I think coilovers is going to be the next big move. That'll help tremendously. Yeah. Big brakes, coilovers, more power. The amount of people that talk about the closed deck and the factory turbo is hilarious. You guys aren't wrong, but it is funny because life throws, you think you have a plan and then life throws curveballs, but it is what it is. I won't bore you guys with the putting this guy back on. You guys saw me take it off, just put it back on. That will do it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Till the next one. Peace.